We're going to discuss charge-offs. We're going to talk about the difference between charge-offs, collections, what to do if you have a charge-off on your credit report, what are your options, what are some of my suggestions, everything, all things charge-offs. So that is the subject today. Credit Academy members, I will put the link in the group, in the Facebook group, so you guys can join the live, ask questions, or whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. Well, hold on, let me get the link. And it will be at the top of this video in the Facebook group. I'm going to pin the live video and then look at the comments. And that's how you get to it. Hey, y'all. Who in here has charge-offs? If you have charge-offs, comment 3. Comment 3 if you have charge-offs on your credit report. Okay, Credit Academy. I pinned the I pinned the live video, and then in the comment section it says link to join live. And just click on the link and you're good. All right. We good. 3. So okay. Do you guys have collections as well, or just charge-offs? No, not the Facebook, not the Road to 750 Facebook, the Credit Academy Facebook. All right. Okay. So I had to make sure I had it set up. And all right. I'm ready now. Yeah, my bad. Okay, let's start over. Let's start all over. All right, so once again, now that you guys are in here, if you're in Credit Academy, go to the Facebook group. If you're watching the video on the Facebook group, and look at the comments. The pinned comment or the top comment, you should see a link. You can join that link if you want to come up, ask particular questions. Let's try to keep the subject to charge-offs today. So if you have a question about a particular charge-off that you may have, or just in general, click the link that's in the Facebook comments, and then you'll be able to come up. But other than that, we'll be talking about charge-offs. Yes. Today's topic is charge-offs. All right, let me pull up. I'm trying to pull up the presentation. Hey, Amber. Amber, I'm going to bring you. Why didn't it do it? Amber, I'm going to bring you up really quick, and you can ask your question while I'm putting up the presentation, all right? Hey, Amber.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Do you have a question about charge-offs? Charge-off?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I have a charge-off that has been on my report. I think it's supposed to fall off in like the next 1.5 to 2 years, but I'm trying to get my mortgage score brought up so that I can get another house. But the thing that's going on with my charge-off, and I don't know if this has anything to possibly do with it, I have my charge-off through my credit union. Whenever I refinanced my car was not worth as much as what I owed on it. So they refinanced my car, but the charge off is coming from that extra like personal loan that they listed it as, that came from like the remainder of what my car wasn't worth. So it's with the same company. However, my car is paid off, but I have the charge off where part of the loan. So I don't know. That's why it's not being like, I guess, harder to get removed, because where it is still with the company, and they're just trying to keep it like connected with the car note, or what is going on. But I cannot get it removed for anything.
Okay, so just to make sure I'm understanding, so you also have another account with this same company.
Turn that down, little girl. Yes, I just paid my car note off probably like 1.5 years ago. So but it's still, of course, reporting as far as payment wise. But that account is I mean, I pay my car off with them. I've just got the charge off with them still.
So there's no balance on a charged off account. It's just a closed charge off on your credit report.
No, my car note is closed. My charge off has like $6,600 and some odd dollars left owed on it.
And this, you said this was a vehicle, correct? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Amber, I can't hear you.
Or can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay. So the charge off has like $1,600 and some odd dollars left owed on it.
Okay, so I because I just want to make sure I'm understand. So this was not a vehicle, correct?
No, it was where they made me take off like the rest of what my car was not worth. So it's not necessarily connected to my vehicle. It's a personal loan, is how they have it listed.
Okay, have you began challenging it yet, or you're just kind of like unsure of what you should do?
No, ma'am. I've started challenging it. I'm on round. I think this will be the fourth or fifth round whenever I do my letters for this upcoming round just that we're supposed to be challenging right now. That just came like 2 days ago. But I don't know what to do at this point because I've done like the whole charge off, but they're not taking it off. I've done like everything factual wise that I can do, and they're still not removing. They keep, I guess, verifying.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now have you compared? Like, is it consistent across all three credit bureaus? Like, is it reporting the same across?
Oh,
Can you hear me? Amber, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna leave you up here and then I'll bring you back up, Amber. Okay. Danielle, are you ready? How are you today?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You can hear
Hi.
me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello. I look a mess.
How
So
you
I can't have the
doing?
camera on.
No, you good.
Okay. You look great, by the way. I love your hair.
Thank you.
Okay, so I am 8 points away from qualifying for FHA. So this has been a
Ooh.
lot of hard work. I am in a credit academy. I'm be honest, I haven't really been on top of sending my dispute letters and stuff, but I'm on round 3. I
Mhm.
have one particular account. It's a charge, and it's for such a small amount. Is
Okay.
$306. I have 2 charge offs, but one says 0 and
Okay.
one says it's closed. It's for $306. I've been getting letters from like Randstan or some company that's like working on behalf of Capital One, and
Mhm.
they're offering me like $100 and something dollars. Like I can pay either one. I just need this gone.
So have you being that it's such a small amount, and you say you've challenged this account?
Yeah, this will be round 3 that I'm about to send, but I should have sent it last month, and I just life been life in. So
What are they responding, or are they responding?
it's just coming back as verified.
Hmm. And what company is this?
Capital One.
Okay.
And that charge off, it's a charge off, and it also has 4 late payments on it. I just want it gone.
The thing about Capital One is they typically are able to like verify or validate their accounts.
Uh-huh.
Their record keeping is just like no other. Like they're really hard in terms of getting them deleted because typically they'll either if your balance is high enough they'll either sue you, then sell the account to a collection agency and sue you,
Mm-hmm.
or if it's too low, like I'm assuming yours is, being that it's a few $100s, they're likely not, because of course I can't say for sure, but they're likely not interested in pursuing you legally for this account, being that you don't owe that much.
Mm-hmm.
Capital One is good with goodwill adjustments in terms of late payments, but another thing that they're also good with is like asking them for after you pay it, ask them for a goodwill delete.
Delete. But I've emailed that Richard somebody guy. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, I
Rich.
was sending so many emails. Yes, and I've never gotten a reply. So
How many times have you sent it?
huh?
Have you sent it more than once or just once?
Maybe like 5 or 6 times. But I'm saying now, as of this weekend, I'm gonna reorganize my life, and I have to put, besides work and my child, I had to put 100% into this. So I'm gonna have to send. Every morning I wake up, I'm just gonna have to send the same email because this is literally stop. Like I'm 8 points away. I worked very
Okay,
hard this
wait.
year.
So wait, I just thought about that. You did say you're 8 points away. What's your current utilization?
1%, girl. I learned so much from you. I got So I straightened it all up because it was bad in the beginning. So I've gotten, oh my gosh, this. I went from having like one $200 credit card from years ago to now I got like 13,000. I use one every month. Reports 1%, sometimes 2 if I want to be fancy. But for the past 6 months, is everything's been reporting 1%. I own my car, but my car got totaled. So I just did a soft pull. Well, actually, it was a hard pull with Navy Federal. So I got approved for X amount for a car loan. But I want the house first. I don't.
Yeah, I was
We gonna
just
have to.
about to say that. If you're getting a house, get your
So
house.
I'm in a rental. I've been in the rental for a month. They've been paying for it, but now they're like, okay, we're ready to cut you a check. Right. So we have an amount, but it's 8,000. It's not enough to get a decent used car. So I'm like, I'll just hold on to that. We're just gonna have to thug it out with Uber and Lyft.
Yeah. So whenever you do get you say you're going to get your house first, right?
I would like to. I've been working with. I've been working on a down payment assistance. I'm going to every HUD down payment assistance program.
Yeah. Get your house first. Do not get that car because you're really close. Another thing.
Yeah, I have no. Besides 12,000 in student loans, I have no like actual debt.
Mm-hmm. So your debt to income ratio is really good. What about? Do you have any short term installments at all?
Yes. So I have. So I got the long term and the short term through Navy Federal. Mm-hmm. They're both like 99% paid off. Both of them was for $11,000, and I just went ahead, and did I paid like 95%. None of like 99% paid off. One is for 5 years, and one was for like 1 year.
Okay, and they're both almost paid off.
Yeah, they're both at 99%, and it's been like that since like the first month I had them. So after short term, I have 4 credit cards that all report in excellent. 1% balance. I try not to spend money because I am trying to buy a house. So,
do you have any late payments?
One from Navy Federal, one from Apple Card, and then the other 4 are linked to that charge-off account.
Have you tried to get the Goodwill adjustment on Navy Federal?
No, I gotta send those others out. So I have not.
Just one of those late payments updated, you will get those 8 points.
I know. I'm trying to get the 640 though.
Because the thing is, even if you get the charge off deleted, you could potentially lose points because depending on how old that account is.
Okay.
So that's a possibility. I'm not like, what's your average credit age right now?
It's low. It's like maybe, let me check because I have everything on your app. Hold on. I have this open, so
You too close. This, and you're talking about your middle score, right?
Yeah. So I've been working with a lender.
Okay, so you literally just need 8 points.
Oh wait, because I have you open on different apps. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I've been working with a lender, so he pulled it, and I don't have my FICO app, but he was able to see everything. You're literally 8 points away, so you need to just do what you need to do.
What's your most recent opened account? How old is it? About.
Oh, to Discover, 4 months.
4?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good. At 6 months, you will see you might get about 2 points when that account.
That Discover will graduate. I don't have. Right. I mean, I have plenty of time, but my lease for this very expensive apartment I live in is up in March, and I'm just trying to.
Up in March, like next year?
Yeah, but
definitely be able to get 8 points by then for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to get it by in the next 2 months because it's gonna take time to find out. I know those type of things just take time.
You know what you can do?
Yes.
If you have at least 3 months, you could the next month report your utilization as above 20. It has to be above 26. You're gonna lose some points. However, the next month pay it all the way back down to 2%. But it may only be a 3-point difference from where, because you're already super low.
So do you think I should go ahead and pay that Capital One and also send what do you call it? Send the Goodwill letters, start burning Richard up about the 4.
You know what I just thought about? Sorry for interrupting you, but you know what I just thought about? The charge-off account. I mean, yeah, the account that's charged off, that was a credit card, correct?
Yes, it was very old though.
Right, but the thing is, what was the limit on that credit card?
It was like maybe $400.
And then the balance on the card right now is about
$306. Yes.
Oh, that's what it is. That credit card. So whenever you have a charged off credit card, when it comes to your mortgage scores, if you still owe the balance on a charge off, that is still being counted against you in your utilization. So on your end, on the consumer side, they're only going to show you your utilization for your open accounts. When it comes to FICO, to mortgage scoring, your scores are lower there because mortgage scores will also attribute any charged off credit cards with that still has a balance to your current utilization.
Okay.
Do you have at least 3 credit cards?
Yes.
Okay. Have you did the AZO method?
What's AZO?
Oh, girl, you can probably get the 8 points next month. Okay, so look, this is what I need you to do. How many credit cards do you have?
5.
Okay, good. Pick one that has a few, at least 500. Do you have one that has at least 500? If you don't,
all of them have at least 5.
Okay, good. So pick one of those, one that has a limit, so it can't be like a charge card. Don't use a Amex Go or a Platinum or anything like that. Has to be an open bank card. As long as the limit is at least, it really only has to be $300, but at least $500. Leave, let's say like $20. No, not 20. Let's leave $10 on that card, right? All of your other cards, pay them down to 0. Like they have to be 0. You have to allow it all to update as 0 on your credit report. So it's going to could take about like 55 to 60 days, depending on where you are in a cycle. So only leave a small balance on one card, and all of your other cards needs to be 0, like actual 0, when your statement date comes. Once that updates, AZO stands for all 0 except 1. That is going to cause your mortgage scores to increase because mortgage scores, they don't count overall utilization. They don't aggregate the utilization. They count them individually. So if you only have a balance on one card and overall your utilization is between like that 1% and 3% because you're in application mode, then you'll actually get more of those credit utilization points. So you could possibly get that by the time your credit report updates next.
Yeah, because I just saw just earlier today, it was like Experian. One of those like, oh, you're up 10 points. But I normally do that anyway. I leave like $2 on the Discover card. Like I leave smaller, even the one I have like $8,000. I leave like $2 on there.
So no, that's good. However, if it's not literally all 0 except 1, it makes such a huge difference because
all 0
a balance on those.
They just all updated to literally my next one is not till like the 21st of this September.
Dang. Well, I mean, you still got time though. So at least you know now. Do that.
All right, I'm a zero. Everybody out until 1.
Yeah.
Because I've been working really hard for this. I'm just
trying to being that you're in the application process, I would recommend you get my FICO before you apply for it, so you know what your score is going in, and you're able to know when to apply. Like you'll see when you got those 8 points, as opposed to keep taking those inquiries for nothing. Get my FICO.
And that's because every time this his second time, and I was working with a different lender, and they did one, so I'm like, oh, I got 3 pulls in a very short amount of time. Yeah, and I had like 1 hard inquiry. Now I got like 4. So
you should actually get more than those 8 points if you at least settle that charge off, and then also do the AZO method.
Oh, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm at my son's daycare, but I'm doing it as soon as I get home. I'm gonna go ahead and just pay them. I'll pay them whatever just to go away.
Well, it's not gonna go away though. I don't want you to
but just the report is settled.
Right. Yeah, I think that'll give you more than 8 points if you catch all your statement dates in time. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, I have your credit app. Although I have them stored in my phone, like I'm meticulous with it now. Like, I didn't know the game in the beginning. Had I known this, well, I'm not gonna say game, but had I known the rules,
it is. I tell people,
it is a game. If I knew the rules, it would have been better. But now that I know the rules, this past, I'm gonna say 6 months have been when I've really been sticking to it and really watching my dollar, because I make money. I do work for the state. Like I have a really decent job, but I'm not seeing my money. And just in 7 months, I was able to save $11,000 by literally.
That's amazing.
Yeah, like I'm talking about, like all I pay is rent, no nails. I braid my own hair.
That's why you about to be in your house.
Right, like I sacrifice. So I'm taking my baby to Disney World for his birthday, but other than that, like we haven't been eating out, and if we do, we use reward points. We had IHOP, like kids eat free. So I've literally just been saving my coins. So
yeah, I'm okay. Well, then that's good. So now we've identified 2 different ways
Okay.
And you're gonna do both. So we've identified 2 ways for you to improve your mortgage scores. Again, get my FICO so you know exactly where you stand. And my FICO is down to the point accurate. Like when you see mortgage scores, it's literally what your lenders are pulling. Now you have to allow it to update, and it's credit is retroactive. So from now, it may take up to 60 days for you to see all of the difference.
Okay.
So yeah, do that.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you. So I'm gonna go ahead and pay them. So should I pay the people who sent me the letter in the mail? Should I pay them because they don't want to say 130 and we'll settle it?
So is it a collection too?
No, it's a charge off. But I just recently, I think when I started getting my mortgage scores pulled, that's when I don't know how they found my phone number. They started calling me, and when I really started to get my credit together is when they started like calling me, and I'm like, I didn't answer because I didn't know what to do. I was like,
yeah, that's normal. They do that when you start improving your credit, getting more credit cards, reporting a new employer. Your creditors will start calling you because they're alerted when those things happen. But yes, definitely come back and update us because I'm definitely excited to see how much.
Oh, I sure will. So, should I pay Capital One, or I'll just call Capital One and ask? Can we?
I was gonna say call Capital One and ask them who has ownership of the account and who do you pay.
Okay,
they'll let you know.
All right, thank you so much. I know somebody else is anxious to get in here. I appreciate it. Like you really, this group, like just first I started at Road to 750 and then the Credit Academy, and I've just learned so much. And I tell people like it's only so much you can pay somebody else to do it, but it's so much better to know for yourself so that you know. Yeah.
I agree wholeheartedly. I agree.
All right, thank you so much.
You have an amazing day, Danielle.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Hey, Yvonne or Yvonne? I think it's Yvonne. Hey, Yvonne.
It's Yvonne. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It was loud. I can hear you.
Okay. How you doing today? So I have 2 charge-offs. They are outside of the statute of limitation.
Okay.
But not close enough for me to drop off. I think both of them have a little over 2 years to go. One is 2 years and 3 months. They're both with the same bank as Wells Fargo. And they are credit card.
Okay.
2 credit cards with Wells Fargo. I own a home now, but I'm planning to sell my home and purchase a new home in another state in about a year. And I want to remove the charge-offs before I start working with a builder.
Okay.
What should I do? I don't have anything else. I have a couple late payments that I, will work to remove. Right now, I've been cleaning up like all the other things, LexisNexis, and just trying to straighten that stuff out to ensure that all that stuff matches. I have pulled all my reports, and the thing that's most damaging is those 2 charge-offs.
How recent were your late payments?
My late payments were 4 years ago and 3 years ago.
And how old is this charge-off? I know you said it was outside of the
charge-offs are almost 5 years old. Both of them are almost 5 years old. I got them within a couple months of each other. After I moved into the house. So I've been in the house for 6 years this past August last month. I've been in for 6 years, but I have a lot of equity in the house, but that's not the route I want to go because I want to make the profit when I sell the house. I don't want to take out I don't want to do equity. I don't want to do any of that stuff right now. Charge-offs are for large amounts. One is $6,000 and I think the other one is $7,000. But I'm going to need to get that off before I try to apply for another mortgage. So I have time. I just want to know what the best route is. Should I challenge it? I saw different videos that you made when you challenge it that could lead to collection. Do I challenge it, let it go to collection, and then fight the collection? I heard some things about Wells Fargo. So, but I know they can't sue me because I'm outside of the statute. So I'm just trying to figure out what the best route is.
Okay, so you said you have no collections, right? Just the
no collections, just charge-offs and a couple of late payments. The late payment was actually honestly on a student loan, and it was during the deferment period. I guess I didn't contact them in enough time, but it's actually I don't owe any student loans anymore because the student loans were paid. I'm a veteran, and they were paid that way.
Okay, so those accounts are zero.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Getting both of these charge-offs removed from Wells Fargo is likely not going to happen. I'm surprised that they haven't tried to pursue you legally, because of the amounts, because typically Wells Fargo does that, or they'll sell it to like a debt buyer like Portfolio or LVNV or something like that.
Nope.
And then
Nope, they didn't sell them. No collect. They didn't send it to anybody, and I did not get anything to get, for as far as them suing me. So
now you can. I'm sorry, huh?
It's outside of the statute now. So now I'm like, okay, so now it's outside. I kind of was waiting for the ball to drop for them to sue me. But then I learned that the statute of limitations is 3 years for this area. So
what state are you in?
I'm in Maryland.
Okay. Now, are they reporting equally across the board? I mean, not equally, accurately, consistently?
No, they're not. They're not reporting accurately. They are still reporting CO. They still show balances. It's not zeroed out. There's a lot of differences, but
it's not supposed to be zeroed out unless you like did a settlement or something.
Oh no settlement. So no, they're not. They're showing different dates. Mm-hmm. They're showing a lot of different stuff across all 3 reports.
Okay, so you can definitely factually challenge in that way, being that it's inconsistently reporting across the board. Like it's supposed to, each credit bureau should be reporting the same thing on the same account. Easy way to do that is to just start by requesting an investigation of the account. Have you haven't challenged these at all, right?
I haven't started yet. I was scared to touch them. Like that was that, I didn't have to surprisingly clean up anything else except for the late payments. But I wanted to go ahead and take care of like cleaning up like LexisNexis and everything else first, just making sure that stuff was taken care of. I am, of course, a part of the Credit Academy. So I'll be probably sending out my first round after I kind of make sure that everything is taken care of with LexisNexis. I'll probably send that out within the next 2 weeks, the first round for the late payments. I just wasn't sure about the charge-offs. I think I have a plan. It's 2 accounts that have late payments. One is the student loan and one is a synchrony one that was 30 days late. That's all it was. So, and then I paid it off and they closed the account. So it's showing a zero balance. These are not accounts that are open. All of my credit cards, I have 7 credit cards. They're all paid. My utilization is not where it needs to be, but I'm not, ready to buy the house yet. I'm just trying to prep myself because once I start working with this builder, I know they're going to pull my credit. And this will be the second, so I'm really trying to prep myself for this. And I know that it takes time. So I'm trying to give myself like 6 or 7 months to get my credit where I want it to be so I can, get the best possible outcome when I start working with the builder.
Okay. So when you wait, let me just start from the top. There's obviously 2 scenarios. One in which you challenge it and it gets removed, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's the other where it's still on your credit report, and then you have to decide what to do with this charge off. Per the balance on these charge offs, let's just say the account didn't get deleted, didn't get removed. You said they're 3 years old?
They're 5 years old, almost 5 years old. Yeah, they're almost 5 years old.
And I'm assuming you want to purchase a home within the next year and a half.
I want to start. Yeah, I have to pay my down payment in 6 months, about 6 months, for the time period that I want to move since I'm moving states. I'm already working with the sales office, but we kind of outlined a time period. So 6 months, I'll put I don't really have to put a down payment as a veteran, as a disabled veteran, but I'm going to put down a down payment to hold the land that I want to build on. And then from there, they'll start working the process so that they can start the build. So
let me tell you what I'm afraid of, though. Let's just say you challenge this account, this 5-year-old account. Let's say they update the account in any way. Like maybe you're challenging the consistency across the board. Mm-hmm. Credit bureaus get a chance and the creditors get a chance to make right whatever is wrong on your credit report after you call them out. If they update this account, this brings the account not only back active, but also resets the statute of limitations because that's considered activity on the account. What if at that point they then want to sue you, being that you do still owe them? I forgot, but it's a large amount, right? Mm-hmm. That is what I'm afraid of. So a part of me is saying they're 5 years old. They're 5 years old. Like you got a year and a half really before you have to how much you have to deal with them. Number two, your late payments are certainly affecting your score more than those charge-off accounts because your late payments are more recent, and they are on open accounts.
No, my late payments are on all closed accounts.
Okay,
none of them are open accounts.
But they happen, like more recent.
They happened more recently. One, the student loan was recently. It was removed last year. Mid 2022, because I became a 100% disabled veteran. So then they removed them. So you're not responsible for paying a student loan. That's one of the benefits of that. So that was removed, but that late payment is still showing from before I contacted them to do the deferment.
Okay, I would challenge the late payment before I challenge the charge-offs because I don't want them because if you are challenging the accuracy of this account. Wells Fargo typically will update their records because they'll go and cross-reference their record, whatever you're challenging per the account. And then them as simple as just updating you had a late payment in January 5 years ago as opposed to February is considered activity on the account. So that'll reset you within the statute of limitations. And then at that point, they're able to sue you.
Okay, so basically leave the charge-offs alone.
Yeah, and they're 5 years old. So your mortgage scores are essentially ignoring those accounts. After an account has sat dormant for about 3 years, it's still within the calculation because it's within your payment history, but they have they have way less impact on your score than if they were newly charged off accounts that has current activity on it.
Yeah, by the time
active and it's about to leave.
So by the time I really go with the mortgage, start communicating with the mortgage company for the builder, they will probably be about 6 years old. And you're saying just worry about the 2 accounts that have the late payments and worry about utilization. Get my utilization. I can focus on that instead of worrying about the other thing.
Absolutely. And if you can help it, try not to open up any new accounts.
Yeah, I don't plan to.
Okay, so that's good. So you'll have added age to your credit report as well.
Yeah, I have age. I think I have 17 years age on my credit report. Yeah, I have age. It's just utilization, and it was the charge-offs, the late payments I knew I needed to take care of. And I also wanted to clear up, like I said, the other third-party agencies, because I think somehow that is hurting me as well. Having all those addresses and things of that nature on there, things that happened in the past on the LexisNexis report. So I wanted to get that off here, but I don't have any bankruptcies in my past. I don't have any of that stuff. I just messed up with Wells Fargo big time when I got sick, and I let it go because of how the treatment they gave me. So I was sick, as a disabled veteran, and the treatment they gave me was horrible. So that was my way of saying, forget you. I'm not giving you nothing. I don't care. When I do get some money, you ain't getting it, period. So that's just kind of the mindset that I was in, which was very immature of me. But now that I want to, move on, it's hurting me. So I just wanted to make sure, before I did it, because I was ready to challenge it. And then I thought twice. I was like, maybe I shouldn't challenge it. I don't know what's going to happen if I challenge it and whether or not this is going to cause more problems for me in the future. So,
which, I mean, understandable. Like, I think that's logical to even assume that or whatever, right? But the only thing is, because I also want to address the comment that I just seen, not necessarily you. Someone said, doesn't matter if it's reporting doesn't matter if they can sue her. If she hires the right lawyer, she'll be able to get out of it because it's reporting inaccurately. What people don't realize is your consumer laws are not in violation until you have given the credit bureaus a chance to fix it, and then they flat out refuse to, or they just don't fix it, right? You have to give them a chance to fix it. So them having to fix their account is nothing for them to fix the account. Contact Wells Fargo. It's still with the original creditor. That's what I got to realize. It's not even with a collection agency. It's still with Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo keeps their records for 10 years. So even if it is reporting inaccurately and then all they have to do is correct it, she still will be at that point is getting sued. So it's not worth it in my opinion.
But how do they start the statute of limitations over if they go by the date that the account went into default? I think that's where I'm confused too.
Right. Okay, let me explain. I'm glad you asked that. So you're thinking of reporting time. So there's reporting time and then there's statute of limitations, right? Statute of limitations is based off the date of last activity. So whenever the account was last active, whenever there was anything on the account last updated, statute of limitations goes off that date. The reporting time goes off the first day of delinquency, meaning when the account went into a default status, like collection, charge-offs, whatever.
Well, if that's the case, Shonda, then it's reporting active every month. Every month they say that account is active. Last active reporting says 8/1/2023. When I look on,
well, you're still in the statute of limitations technically on your credit report.
On no action.
Your credit report.
There's no action. There's been no action. I have not paid them. Mm-hmm. I have not done anything since 2018.
So when you look on your credit report, it says last updated last month.
Yep.
Or this month.
Yep. I pulled my credit report
on your credit report. That account is still considered within the statute of limitation. I'm not saying it's accurate that they should be reporting that. However, according to your credit report, if the last activity was updated last month or this month, that account is still being read as within the statute of limitations. So
that's crazy because it says it's going to drop off in 2020. One says 2025. I think the other one, yeah, both of them say 2025. So
the reporting time can't change. So that's the date that can't change.
But they can just keep updating it every month.
Now, are they just updating the chart? What are they updating? Have you?
It just say charge off every month. Charge off every month.
So you can send the repeat charge off letter, just them posing the account or keeping the account within the statute of limitations incorrectly. But again, being that you owe them that, I don't know if you want to poke the bear. That's I always say that about high balance charge off. It is risky. It is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to advise you something, then now you ended up in court.
No, I understand. I understand what you're saying. I mean, yeah.
That account can basically drop off in a year and a half. In my opinion, I would leave it alone unless you're prepared to pay it.
Yeah, I think it'll be like, it's almost 2 years exactly.
Well, so whenever you're within 6 months of the natural fall off date, number one, you can request that your lender not include that account within your scoring, but also you can ask the credit bureaus for an early exclusion.
Okay.
You have to be within 6 months. Just if you show them that, if they see that you're applying for a mortgage, most of the times they're like, they usually will go ahead and delete it.
Okay. All right. I
would wait personally.
Very disappointing, but okay, I understand. Yeah. Thank you, Shonda.
You're welcome. You have a great day.
Yeah.
Kayla, are you ready? I know, like I think that's one of the things that I hate about credit, because it's just like it's not always a positive solution, or it's not always something that you can go and fix, contrary to popular belief, because it's just like you could do one thing, but what are you risking? I always try to like determine if the benefits outweigh the risk. And sometimes, even though you can do something, it's not always the best idea to do it, because there are consequences to every action. There's a reaction to every action, and you just gotta see which one is worth it. Honestly, that account was if it was me, if I was advising a family member, if I was advising myself, I personally would wait. That account is a year and some change from falling off. So yeah. Kayla. Yeah, Kayla, I'm gonna bring you up. Hey, Kayla. Kayla. I'm gonna leave you up, Kayla, but I'm gonna go to Renata. Hey, Renata.
Hey, Shonda, how are you?
Hey, how are you today?
I'm good. So, okay. I had a repo. Wait, does the repo count as a charge-off?
If they charge off the account. Not always. Most repos end up getting charged off, but not always.
I just want to make sure I'm staying on topic.
Okay. Oh. Okay, because I mean, most repos are charged off, so you can exit.
Okay, so I had a repo. I think I asked you this maybe last year. You told me to pay those people. So, but the repo happened in 2019. They sent me a letter saying that they wanted to pretty much take me to court. I showed up to court. Nobody showed up. And they were just like, well, you have a judgment against you. Pay this amount, blah, blah, blah. So, like I said, this year.
And they didn't give you a default?
You said what now?
The creditor didn't show up? And they didn't give you sort it out?
So it was with credit acceptance. What happened was they ended up giving the amount to the balance to like a lawyer's office or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up having to pay the lawyer.
Oh, so the lawyer showed up.
The law firm.
Not anymore from.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Nobody showed up. So they ended up telling me like, well, since nobody showed up, you still have this judgment against you. You have to pay credit acceptance through the law firm.
Oh, I know.
Whatever. Right. So, and then I tried contacting them. This was in 2021. I tried contacting them and they never responded. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So this year, by the grace of God, I was able to pull some money together and I went on and settled the account. Now, it is now showing that the balance has been updated as of August 10th. So I'm trying to buy my house next month. I'm looking to start the housing process. Yes. So I'm trying to figure out, when do you think, like, I'm waiting on them to pull it, like to take the account off of my credit report because it's settled. Or how does that work? Are they going to delete it or?
No.
Sorry.
No, you good. I got 2 children. I get it. The crazy thing is, I didn't even hear it. That's the mom urge, because I totally tuned that out. But
okay.
What was he saying?
So pretty much because I'm trying to get the house next month or whatever, or start the housing process next month, what do I do about this account? Because it's still showing on my credit report through Experian that it doesn't show that it's settled or anything. It just says the account has been updated or the balance has been updated.
And is it updated to 0? What did it update to?
Crap, my phone. Let me see my phone, baby. Hold on 1 second.
I'm sorry.
Oh Lord, Aubrey. Experian. I'm gonna mute my mic for a second. Right.
I'm gonna answer a few questions in the comments. It says, if I am unable to I'm ready.
No, go ahead. I'm still looking.
Okay. If I'm I can bring it up here. I forgot. If I'm confused, if I'm unable to remove the charge off that impacts my timeline to start new construction on my home. Hold on, I'm confused. If I am unable to remove the charge off that impacts my timeline. I'm gonna bring you back up, Yvonne, because I'm not sure. I don't really understand the question. I'm gonna bring you back up right now. Renata, I'll come back to you in like 3 minutes so you can find. Okay. Yvonne?
Yes.
Okay, now what were you saying?
So you said that the charge off is not going to impact my score. I think I'm a little confused when you say that, because it's going to impact my score, which in turn is going to impact this whole process of me buying a house, right?
No. So that charge off is certainly impacting your score. However, due to the age of the account, it's not impacting it more than your late payments.
Okay.
The older the account is, the older the charge off is, the less impact that it has on your scores.
Okay.
So, do you know how many points you're off, or have you even started? Do you have my FICO?
I don't have my FICO, but the last time I pulled my score, I think I was around a 660. But the creditor that I'm trying to go with, I'm trying to do everything through this builder. Mm-hmm. You get more money towards the house. You get a different percentage rates for veterans, but you have to use their mortgage company, of course. Right, of course. So they want you to have a 730 in order to get all of the things they give you to build with them. Mm-hmm. That I understand that I can get approved for a mortgage with 660. I'm sure I can. Yeah. The whole thing is to get more bang for the buck, because I'm moving my family to Florida, to a whole different place. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to get, it's just a little frustrating for me. And, I'm just trying to make sure I'm pre-planning. I'm trying to make sure everything, all my ducks is in a row before I even sit down at the table with them. Even though I've been talking to them, mm-hmm. They allow me to hold a lot. That will impact my timeline, because they're only going to hold that lot for me for 6 months. 6 months from now, I'm going to have to start the process with them. It's still going to take 10 months for that house to build, but it's not going to wipe off. No matter how you look at it, it's going to be 2 years. Even if, before
it's still going to be there.
It's still going to be there. And that, I think, is going to impact me from reaching the goals I need to get to. So I do, for everybody that's commenting, I can go with another mortgage lender. I know. I'm just trying to get, I'm just trying to get the things that you get with this builder. Like there's so much stuff that comes with it. And I was just trying to get in good with them so I can get the mortgage to them. That's all.
Yeah. So no matter how you slice it, it is affecting your score. And it's just what it is, right? It is affecting your score. It will affect your score until it either falls off naturally or, it gets deleted.
Understood.
You can challenge, like I said, you can challenge it. There are certain things that like you technically can challenge, but you
saying don't poke the bear. You're saying don't poke the bear. don't go with the whole.
I would. Let me tell you why I wouldn't. Only because there's 2 separate accounts, and you said each of them are like $6,000, right?
Yes.
So if I'm Wells Fargo and a person is challenging the reporting on an account that's still within the statute of limitation, I'm talking about, per your credit report, as opposed to going back and forth with the credit bureaus and they owe me 12-some thousand, I'll just take it to court. I'll just sue them, and then at that point I can get my money.
Got it.
You owe them too much to be playing with them, unless you're prepared to settle. Like if you're prepared to settle, then fine. But if you know you're not prepared to settle, the last thing you want is to be garnished or be sued over this amount when it was almost off your credit report.
So if I poke the bear, do I have an opportunity to settle with them before I go to court?
Yeah. So that's what I said. So if you're prepared to settle, you can always, like, they'll give you a chance basically to do it. And at the end of the day, money talks. If they don't have to go to court and you're willing to pay, of course they're gonna accept your money. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I might be prepared to do that.
Yeah. So as long as you're prepared,
technically, I don't have to pay it.
Might not happen. So
right, because technically I don't have to pay. I don't have to use down payment money on my house. That's what helps me as a veteran. So I'd rather take the money and get rid of it. I just want it off of my report. Like I don't want no parts of this anymore, because I know from what I can tell from talking to, preliminarily, that is like killing me. And I just want to kind of get it off so that I can get a better opportunity. So if settling with them, I'm not going to reach out to them myself. But if I poke the bear and then they come, chasing after me, then I'll reach out to them to settle for deletion.
Right. And then also, and I don't know how soon you're going to apply, but you can't even have any active disputes while you are.
Yeah, I'm not applying yet.
Okay.
It'll be 6 months from now, which is why I'm trying to do this now. That's why I wanted to talk to you now. I was like, how do I do this now? And it's a lot of videos out there, misleading information. Everybody has a different way of doing things. So I just kind of wanted to figure out what method would be best for me. And I'm going to be honest, if it comes down to giving them, a settlement for half of what I owe or whatever the case may be, I think if they're going to delete it, I'd rather do that. And my credit
cards don't do pay to delete, so that's the thing. So
then there we go again.
They'll settle. They certainly will settle, and they'll update your credit report. And that could give you a few points, by the way. If you settle with charge off, you could possibly get a few points, especially if it was credit cards. So that could give you a few points, but they ain't gonna delete it, so it's still gonna be there.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a great day.
You too.
All right, Renata, I am back to you.
Okay. So, hold on. It logged me out. 1 second. Let me go back in.
Angela. Hold on, Renata.
Okay. All
right. Angela, which part of the information? Let's talk about it. You said this is misleading information. What part do we need to clarify, or what? What's up? And also, let me see. But if you settle, will they remove the charge off? So no, settlement does not mean remove. You can settle with any company, and unless they agree to remove the account, it still will remain on your credit report. You paying for an account, you paying for a derogatory account does not guarantee you, nor are you entitled a deletion. The only thing that you're entitled after paying a derogatory account is that they update your credit report, update the balance. So if you settle the account and they agreed that they would accept that reduced payment for full amount, all they got to do is update the balance to zero and say the account was settled. If you pay it in full, all they got to do is update the balance to zero and say that you paid it in full. They do not owe you a deletion for paying. So that's the thing. You can't just pay thing. If it were that easy, then essentially no one would really have collections or charge-offs. They don't have to delete it. Some companies will, Most of the times, charge-offs, they won't do a pay to delete because it's still with the original creditor, meaning the account was natively reporting on your credit report before the account was charged off. And they typically won't remove those. Collections is different because those are not trade lines. Those are collections. Those are with a third-party entity. It's not their account. So they're more willing to accept a pay to delete or a settlement in exchange for a deletion. So, yes. I'm ready when you are, Renata.
You just answered my question. So then what do I do?
What was your question?
Pretty much like, what do I do about this account? Because I settled them. I settled with them. Mm-hmm. And the balance is, it just says balance updated as of August 10th. But they haven't like zeroed it out or anything. Like it doesn't say settled or paid or anything. They haven't updated it yet.
You just made this payment, right?
You said what?
You just made the payment?
I just made the payment. It was August 10th. I think it was August 10th I made the payment.
Oh, okay. So technically they have 60 days in order to update any payments any recorded payments or anything. So I'm assuming that by the time your credit report refreshes for the next cycle, you'll see that the account is reporting settled or it'll be reporting at $0. So they still have time pretty much to update it if you just paid it.
So then what do I do about the housing process? Because like I said, I want to start next month.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, did your credit report just update? Do you know the last time it updated?
So I dropped my utilization down to 1% from 4% last month, and it still has not done anything on experience. So I don't know what's going on. Like so it's been like a week.
Is on their own cycle. Have you pulled your official credit reports from annualcreditreport.com?
I haven't done that in a while.
I would definitely do that. Of course, it's free, so you can do it. So just do that to see if it's updated. If not, you'll see when that credit report refreshed. Like so, then you'll know when to expect your next refresh of your credit report.
So I'm trying to get everything together before I even start looking at the pre-approval.
Are you off points or what? What's the? Because you just asked about. I know we just talking about charge-offs, but you only asked about this account. Are you trying to identify other ways that you're able to increase your mortgage score by next month, or like what's up?
I'm so confused. I just don't know what to do. I'm lost. It's my first time.
Okay, so look, I'm gonna ask you some questions. Okay.
Okay.
Did you already get pre-approved, or are you starting next month? Your home process.
I officially want to start next month, so okay. I'm literally trying to like pay off debt. Yeah, I haven't done anything yet.
Okay. Are you aware of what your mortgage scores are? Have you looked at my FICO?
I haven't done that yet. You said it a couple weeks ago. I meant to do it, but I haven't done it yet.
Definitely would do that. Okay. Because then I could. Okay, because we don't even know what are your like FICO 8 scores. What are the scores that you see when you log into your credit monitoring app?
So for Experian, because it's free, that's the only one I can see. It's 682 right now.
Okay. And you can't see the other two.
And that's based on August. That's not based on me just fixing my utilization or that's based on July.
What was the utilization before you lowered it?
July was 4%, and then August was 1%.
Okay. What else is on do you have any collections?
No, I just I like going through watching you for the last couple of years. I done cleared up everything. So the only thing that I really had is the repo, which I settled last month. And then I have my student loans, but you already said, don't worry about student loans because it's no big deal. So I'm like, okay, forget it. I'm not going to.
Wait, hold on. Wait, no, I mean, they still count, especially with mortgage scores because they're installments. Wait, okay. So back to what do you have any late payments on your credit report besides the repossession?
Okay. So I have a self credit card. I think I was late twice. One earlier this year, and then one in like 2021, I think, when I first got it.
Okay.
So those are the only late payments I have.
And how many active accounts do you have?
So I got all the student loans. I have the credit card. I have the personal credit builder loan with self. And then I think it's just 3.
You have 1 credit card or 2?
I have 1 because I'm scared to open another one because I'm trying to get the house before I get a new account.
now since you're right on the ends of the house, then definitely don't open any new accounts.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where your points are going though, because you said let me make sure. You say no late payment. Oh well, no, you did have the late payments this year, right?
Yep, early this year.
That
And then
that's
another one.
the thing that's weighing the heaviest right now.
Oh crap. Well, I emailed I sent a message to the CEO of Self through LinkedIn because I saw that in Credit Academy somewhere to do it, and I never got a message back, but I haven't emailed them again because I heard that they're not really good with what you said. Do it.
Email them again for sure.
Do I have enough time?
I mean,
You see what I'm
email
saying?
takes a few seconds to respond to. You can't. I mean, what else is it? Email them again. Email them again. But also, I'm trying to identify because when is your most recent? When did you open your most recent account?
My last account that I opened would have been the credit card, and that was in 2021.
Okay.
I haven't done anything since then because I know you said like lenders don't like anything 6 months or newer. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna touch nothing. I'm just gonna wait. That's what I've been doing.
Yes.
So, no, Shauna, wait a minute. Hold on. My credit builder, I closed it. I closed my first one, I think, in 2021. I think I just opened the other one in 2022. So that's probably my newest
on that account, on the self account.
Around
about.
Hold on. I gotta look again. Hold on. I'm about to log in now. So okay, because you know how Self works. You can put the money from your their personal loan towards the credit card deposit, right? You know about that?
Wait, I was telling that. What did you say?
So the money that you put towards the credit builder loan, you can take that money out of there and put it towards your credit card deposit to make your credit limit increase. Okay, so that's what I've been doing. So it says 41% complete right now. It's only got $76 in there right now. But I have a $575 credit limit credit card.
When was the last time that account updated? Do you know?
Where I look at experience.
If you get that balance on the short-term installment, if you get that below 10%, 9 or under, well, between 1 and 9 on the account, the short-term installment, that also increases your mortgage score. But being that you're applying next month, I don't know if you just missed the cycle or if
I must have, because look, it says oh crap, no, I don't even know how to tell. 34% is paid off, it's open. The last balance updated on August 31st. The monthly payment is $35. I don't really see anything on here besides that. I've been making my payments on time for that, but I don't really see anything else on there.
Okay, so let me see. I'm trying. Damn, it's only because it's 30 days.
I think it's bad because I only have the one credit card. I know if I had more than one,
to apply for another. That certainly was going to be my first suggestion. And so next month, I'm like, oh, they won't even report in time. So it's because you're on such a tight timeline that is like you really ain't got much time to see anything change because everything take, at minimum about 30 days to update. So
here's the other thing too. So I'm using my husband's income. Okay, so he's gonna be the income and we're both trying to get our credit where it should be for us to apply for or do the pre-approval. So I don't know if that is gonna make a difference. Like who are they gonna pull? So my husband is the breadwinner, right? Yes, his income. So okay. I'm trying to figure out, like, we're trying to both get our credit together, right? So are they going to pull more of his stuff or more of mine? Or
if you guys are doing joint, if you guys are going to be joint applicants, what they're going to do is they're going to look at all 3 of each of your scores, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. And the middle score is going to be your qualifying score. So if you got a 680, 702, 710, the 702 is going to count. Whoever of the 2 of you have the lowest middle score, that's the one that they're going to use as the qualifying score.
Wow.
Is his score, whose credit is better?
We both, based on Experian, mine is, but I mean, once I download my FICO, I'll be able to look and see. I'll probably do that tonight and try to, but we're still trying to figure out how to increase my score. So then it's just
so wait, because you might need to be worried about how to increase his, being that he has to be on the application. No matter what, he has to be on the application, being that you're using his income.
Right.
What do he have on his credit report? Do he have credit? Like
he doesn't have any collection. He doesn't have anything. No student loans, no collections, no nothing. Because we cleaned up everything.
So do he have
based on what you told us? Yes. He has so he has 2 credit cards. Shh, baby. He has 2 credit cards. He has the personal loan through his credit union.
Okay.
We're with Navy Federal too. So he has those 3. And I feel like he has something. No, I think he just has the 3 accounts. So the 2 credit cards and the no, not that I know of. I gotta look again.
Any
No, I don't think so.
Comments in his history, like he has loans, an auto loan. Did you say he had?
So he had a repo back in 2020 something, but we settled that in 2022. So we settled that last year. Okay. So he literally doesn't have anything bad. It's like
his scores not better than yours from what you can see.
From what I saw, no, his was a little bit lower than mine. But you know what? I think he might have messed up his utilization a couple months ago or something. I don't know what he did.
Utilization is fixable, and it's the fastest thing that's going to update. So we might be working with something now, because if it's just his utilization, as long as y'all apply after the 7th of next month, then he'll have a full cycle for his utilization to refresh. So if y'all can get his utilization between 1% and 3%, and he has no collections, no late payments, no charge-offs, I'm gonna say I'm willing to guarantee, but 99.9999% guarantee his mortgage scores are better than yours in terms of just from hearing about what you guys have reporting, which is a great
thing. That's 1 to 3% on each of his credit cards.
If he only has 2 or 3.
Yeah, 2.
So he can't do AZO. However, I would just leave a balance on one. $10, whatever. I don't know his limits, but whatever, 1 to 3% or whatever the limit is. Zero out the other one though. Like report $0 by the time his next statement day comes. Allow that to report, so it'll take about 30 days to update. Depending, I mean, you may be able to catch him before his statement date. So check his statement date tonight. And yeah, I guarantee his mortgage score is certainly higher, for sure. And then in that case, you don't have to be on the application. If you're not using your income, you could just be on the deed. I lost my train of thought. You don't have to do an application for the house to be equally yours. That's what a lot of people don't realize. The application is just who qualifies credit wise. The deed is who owns the home. The type, like you can be on that, and that has nothing to do with your credit. But if they're going to take the lower of the so if your middle score is lower than his, they're going to use yours to qualify for it, regardless if you're using his income.
See, and I'm thinking my little bit of income was going to help us get more buying power. You know what I'm saying?
Again, because I don't. Now it might. I'm not saying it because I don't know if he qualified. I don't know in terms of the exact amount. If you don't have to use yours and you only use his, then only his credit will need to be used or ran. But if you all both are on the application, regardless of who's paying more, who makes more, they're going to use the lower score of the 2 to determine your eligibility in terms of the loan. If both of y'all are on the application, so you gotta now basically just seeing first of all his utilization, getting that regardless, even if he's going to be alone or you're going to be with him, still lower his utilization between 1% and 3% for sure. Because that'll just help his mortgage scores or his credit score in general, but his mortgage score specifically. But yeah, see if he'll be able to qualify income wise without your income, and then just use his credit if it's better.
Okay, and then real quick. So I know we kind of went.
First, you just consider it. I'm not telling you to be, but it's the option. And sometimes it makes the most sense to only have one person on a credit application.
Gotcha.
And then the account is only going to be on one of your credit reports. That way, maybe 2 years down the line, whatever, you want to buy a house in your name, and you got and you can use your credit, your your account. You don't always got to be both on the credit application. It's, in my opinion, better to not have it on both credit reports, because then your income will go further. Now you can get the car, and now neither one of your debt to income ratios are high.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay, cool.
Okay, wait. Think about it.
Yeah. Right? Okay, real quick. I'm sorry because we kind of went left. So,
left, right.
About the charge off on my account, you saying just leave it alone because I already settled it. You said give it
30 days. Yeah, you got it. Now you're just waiting for it to update. You settled it.
Okay.
It just hasn't updated yet.
Oh Lord, they need to come on. But all right.
It should be coming. I'm sure it's gonna come within the next 2 weeks. They don't usually take that long to update that.
Yeah.
But you just paid it. You ain't even paid. It hasn't even been 30 days. So yeah.
I'm so excited for this house. I'm trying to,
You're gonna get it.
I don't know.
It's gonna be yours. That's why you're excited, because it's close and you feel it.
You're right.
And you got
well, thank you. I appreciate your help so much.
Of course. Thank you. You have an amazing day.
You too.
Bye-bye. Hey, Chantel. I have a collection that just popped up. It's with Verizon. Do they do pay to deletes? The original creditor is Verizon. Who is the collection agency? Hold on, let me see. Dang, I forgot. I settled with Chase and I did gain points. Congrats. It's still reporting. Do you think if I send them a Goodwill letter, they will delete the late payments, planning to buy a house next year? So on a charged off account, they're not going to go back and retroact. Like they're not going to change the late payments, because you have to have at least a 90-day late for the account to advance to a charge off, right? So you can't have perfect payment history and then the account be charged off. When an account is charged off, that's the final status. So it can never be any other type of account. It will remain a charged off account. They can't reopen the account. So they can't. You no point in asking for a Goodwill letter for charged off accounts. You settled it and you did gain points, like you stated. And like I said, guys, settling charge offs, you will gain a few points. They're different from collections because they are still considered a trade line. It's just a closed charge off trade line, but it does still have you will still gain points. Now, do you think no, so I don't think that they'll give you a Goodwill on delay payments for the charge off, planning to buy a house next year. All right. So are you available to come up? It doesn't say your name, it just say Facebook user, because I have a few questions, because it depends. It's a little too broad. What accounts do, or unless you just want to type it in the comment, what accounts do you have? Do you have credit cards? What's your utilization? What's your most recent late payment? Yeah, answer those. Chantel, how are you? Where's the comment? Chantel, you still here?
Yes, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine. Okay, I have a question about a charge off.
Okay.
I have a charge off. Okay, I have two questions. My first question is, I have this charge off. It's from 2018. Okay, so I settled the charge off with a third party company. The charge off is with Web Bank Fresh Start. I want to say it's finger hunted. So I have tried everything in its power to get them to delete, because they are reporting not the same all across all three bureaus. So basically, my highest balance. So basically, I'm trying to get deleted because I just want it gone. But
how long did you charge off again?
2018.
Okay.
So the highest balance is reporting 150 for one, and then it say 181 for one, and then the dates are not the same. One says March of 2018, then the other one say 5/2018.
Okay. So it's inconsistently reporting.
Okay.
And what's the balance you said on the charge off?
181. I paid it already.
Oh, okay. Wait, wait, I'm sorry. Let me make sure we're on the same page. Is this paid for, settled, or does
it's settled? And on one account, it's not even saying that it's settled. It's just saying charge off. It's not even reporting that it's charged. It's settled. But on the other two, it's saying it's settled. But the balances are different. The dates are different. It's just all over the place. And it's hard to even communicate with them, because when I challenge it, it always come back verified.
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, you didn't pay it now, but it's still, if it's still reporting inaccurately. Okay, wait, one thing at a time, because my brain is all over the place right now. Okay. So being that it's settled, is it reporting a balance? Like, does it, when it says balance due, is there anything other than zero?
No.
Wait, so it's reporting zero, or
it reporting zero. It don't say a balance. Okay,
so as long as they zeroed out the balance, that account is being reported as paid, right, or settled, regardless of how you paid it or settled it. If it shows a $0 balance, it means that it's either paid or settled, right? And you said this account was 3 years old, or was that the last verse?
2018.
Oh, so shoot, we 5 years. Okay. And who is it with again?
West Bank,
Hut,
Fresh,
right?
Fresh Start, Finger Hut. Yeah, Finger Hut.
So when you were challenging it, you said that you didn't challenge it. Did you challenge it factually, or what have you been challenging on this
I
account?
challenged it factually first. That's the first thing I did because I already settled it.
The inconsistent
Yes.
reporting. I'm assuming. Did they correct it, or what did they do?
Nothing.
And then what did you do after that? Like, what was your?
I sent the original creditor, Fresh Bank. I sent them a letter, and I challenged them to fix it. They told me they cannot do anything that is reporting correctly.
What is reporting incorrectly on it again? What is that?
So the dates are inconsistent. The dates, one day, TransUnion says May 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Experience says March 2018.
So one for balance, right? Okay.
One balance says 151. No, not 151, 150, and one balance says 181. One doesn't have a balance. And then I paid it with a third-party company, and I called them yesterday, and they told me they sending me a letter because I got the letter, but I was like, no, I need another letter.
Mm-hmm.
They sending me a letter that I settled it with them for $181. So I paid it in full. So I don't know why it would say 150 on one and 181. So I'm like, should I just leave it alone and just let it fall off since it's settled, or can I challenge it and get it like gone? But it is.
Me personally, I would challenge this one because you don't owe much. You don't owe anything, so they can't sue you. Number one, so you don't have to worry about the statute of limitations. But it's also reporting inaccurately. But let me tell you where you're messing up at. You challenged them factually, right? They did not update it. It's a factual error. Like, you can look at your official credit report and you can see that whatever you challenge, it is inconsistent across all three credit bureaus, right?
Yes, ma'am.
When you be calling me ma'am. That be calling me all the time. But anyways, when you challenge something factually and the credit bureaus refuse to update it, you follow up again on the factual error that you pointed out, right? Like, you don't let up. You don't just move on, because them not updating it is actually a good thing for you. Because like I told the last person, you got to give them a chance to update it. And if they refuse, that is when they're in violation of your rights. So you brought it to their attention that it was reporting inaccurately. They did nothing. Or what did they send back? They just said it's verified, I'm assuming, right?
Yes, verified.
Okay, so how long ago was that letter? Like, is this within
like 60 days?
Oh, okay. So you still good. So what challenge do you currently have for the account? Like, how are you is it currently in dispute?
No, I just didn't know what to do after that, because this is the second time I did it, and I did your charge off kit. The new one.
Which one? What letter did you send? Do you know?
No.
Was it the Uranus payment history letter?
No, I didn't go to that one.
That's the one. Hold on, let me. This is the one that you should send. So you got the charge off kit, right? You said.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
I was sending this one, this letter, right? And then make sure if they do not update it. Well, now, see, the thing is, I don't know which one you sent first, so I don't even know how you technically challenged it. So a part of me wants to say, like, start over, because you're going to have the reason why I'm saying it is because you're going to have proof that you challenged it, you brought it to their attention, they refused to. You're going to have to keep their correspondence. And if you ask them on multiple occasions, and they still have not corrected it, that is when you can take all of your proof that you challenged them, the proof that they refused, the proof that it's still reporting inaccurately according to your official credit report. Then you can go to the CFPB. But there are certain steps that you have to take before you get to that point. Do you have their response that they sent you?
Yes, I have all my responses.
Okay, that's so good. Is there a way that you can see how you challenged it first? Because that'll help also. Because maybe we can skip a step. Do you know what?
Okay, go back.
Which ladder? Okay, go up.
Way up. Okay. I know I did one. I did 1 and 2.
Okay, so you just did the first 2 rounds. Okay, so right now you technically are on this one, right?
Yes.
Round 3 rather. Yeah, I will go straight to to this one. I will send this one. And then if they still refuse, that is when I will go to the CFPB, tell them, hey, look, I contacted Experience TransUnion Equifax. I brought it to their attention that this account is reporting inaccurately. They have refusing on multiple occasions. According to this date, I sent, you're going to have proof. They refused on multiple occasions to update my credit report. They're still allowing errors to report on my credit report. And at this point, I'm requesting them to remove this account completely. You gave them a chance. They're now at that point, they'll be in violation.
Okay.
So in this though, just so you can have it on record that you literally pointed out what was wrong with the account.
Okay. Okay. So my next one is another charge off. This one, okay. So it says the last balance. Okay. So it's saying that the last balance that I paid was 0.
Mm-hmm.
But I printed out like the payment history. It said the last balance I paid was $0 November 2021.
Right.
No, I paid $120 November 2021. On the
repeat that?
I paid $120, but it's saying I paid $0.
For what? What? This is the same account, or
no? It's another account. This is called Qualification.
This like is a credit card or what?
A furniture place, like
okay,
a furniture place.
Okay, I'm not okay. I'm trying to figure out. Wait, so you said you paid them?
I paid them. My last payment to them was November the 5th, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
They have it on the history, like when I print the payment history with them on their line, it says it said I made $120, but they reported that I didn't pay nothing. It says 0, but it says last payment made November the 5th, 2021, but it says 0. It don't say the balance.
Do you? I can't pay. I'm still a little confused.
Okay, so
let me ask you a question. So this is an account that was reporting on your credit report, and it was
charged off.
Installment. Oh, it's charged off.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
And then so it's reporting a $0 balance due right now, right?
No, it reporting $2,000 due.
Oh, and then but you're saying like that you don't owe them anymore, right?
I do owe them. I'm saying the last payment is reported inaccurately. Let me say that. Okay. It said I didn't make no payment in November, but I did.
Oh, okay. So I guess what I'm confused about is when you say they're reporting that you made a $0 payment, because typically they don't report the amount of payment that you made on the loan. They just report if you made the payment or not, or if you were late.
That's what I'm confused. Okay, let me grab
it. I'm a little confused because you said it was charged off, but the payment history is still like when an account is charged off. Only thing that should change is the balance whenever you make payments. Like they'll subtract it from the balance, and that's it. But you're not getting like credited for an on-time payment anymore after the account was charged off. Therefore, it wouldn't be within the payment history or credited within the payment history of the account.
Okay, so I guess it was charged off. It was charged off February 3rd, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
So I did make a payment November the 5th, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
That was the last time.
The last payment on the account as November of it aligns with when you pay, right?
Yes, it do, but don't say a balance, so that's okay.
Right. So that's what they were supposed to do. They were supposed to report your last payment because that's going to be, the date, your date of last activity is determined off that. So it sounds like they did it right. Again, I'm not looking at it though. I do still want to see what you're referring to when you say the 0, because where is 0 at? Like why?
The 0 is where it says, okay, so the 0 where it say payment received.
You got it in front of you, right? Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It says payment received 0.
It's on your phone? Oh,
I'm looking at it.
I better show your screen anyway. I'm tripping. I want to see it. I'm visual, so it's like I can't even.
I can turn on my camera.
Can you post it in the group real quick and tag me in the Credit Academy group?
If you can see that.
Hold on. Wait. Okay, yeah.
Ooh. It says payment received 0.
Early. And what's that last payment made?
The last payment made 11/5/2021, and I made $120 payment on that day. But why would it say 0?
Yeah, why would it say 0?
Why not put the amount that I paid?
I agree with you. Unless That is that your credit report? What is that? What's that?
I pulled it straight from its TransUnion. I pull my credit report every 7 days. I take advantage of the 7 days.
Yeah. You go to annualcreditreport.com, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm curious to see. So
I'm gonna tag you in this because I've been having a problem with this.
Yeah, please talk because it was blurry. I barely could see it, but yeah, tag me in it right now so I can look at it.
Okay, because they sent me a they said they updated 7/27/23, and I'm like trying to figure out what did they update, and then it says balance 2,120. They turn it down. Hold on, let me turn it down.
Okay.
It says they the balance is $2,129, but they sent me a letter because I sent them some letters.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna have to start over with this one because this one right here is a headache. They sent me a thing say the account was officially charged off February 3rd, 2022, and currently has a remaining balance of $1,047. So why are y'all reporting that the balance is $2,000?
You can challenge that. You can send it to the credit bureaus.
Okay.
You can send proof of your payment too if you want to challenge that. But here go the thing. Even if your payment was 121 or and they updated from 0 to 121, are you gonna see a change in your credit report? No, because of course the balance is not satisfied, so the account is still outstanding, and you're not credited for that payment anyway. It's not going to be collected in your payment history bank, right? Because the account is charged off. So you technically can challenge that, but if you are trying to get this account deleted, I personally would not challenge the fact the 0 and 121. I don't think that that's a strong enough dispute to get the account removed, because that's something that regardless of if they report it 121 or 0, that's not even counted in Metro 2 compliance, like Metro 2 reporting, meaning like it's not you, regardless of what that field says, it doesn't make a difference on your credit score or your profile, right? It's just there for your information. If you're going to challenge something on this account, you mentioned something about the late payments being, the account, the payment history inconsistent, right? Or was that the other account?
Yes, that's the payment history. It's inconsistent because you saying 2,000, but you sent me a letter saying 1,000.
So, the payment amount, that's what I meant, the balance due. That is what I would challenge, if anything. That's going to be a stronger challenge than the 121. So if you are going to challenge anything, I certainly would challenge that, the balance, because they saying you owe one thing and reporting you owe another. Okay. Unless they are saying like you can settle the account, but they're not saying like that's the amount that they'll accept as a settlement, right? They're saying like this is what you owe. Well, then
they say this has a remaining balance of $1,047. It don't say settle; it's a remaining balance.
And who is this charge off with?
West Creek Financial. It's like
it's like a
it's like a furniture store. Like how you go in the store and you do an installment loan with a furniture store.
Yes. So yeah, I would challenge the balance. Okay. It's a letter in a charge off kit. Let me see what it's called. I want to say balance incorrect, but hold on, let me see. It's called hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 6th letter.
Okay, the 6th letter.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I had. That's the only thing I want to say this because I need to do a testimony. My credit score was so shot. I want to say my credit score was like a 4 something when I first started 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
When I tell you my credit score is a 706, this is the only thing that's holding me back. These 2 things. When I tell you I follow everything that you told us to do, down to the cards, everything. Like I be on it. And I was like, oh my God. But I know it's one account that I have late payments. I cannot get them removed. I just let it go. It's my car note. I'm in a doodle deal with Bridgecrest. Mm-hmm. And I have 2 late payment with them and they would not budge. So I'm just gonna leave that alone because I'm almost through paying off my car. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so that's my success.
I'm proud of from 400 to 700. Like that's something that you should be so proud of.
In
like
2 years.
so proud of. And that goes to show you, because I tell people all the time, like, y'all be thanking me for coming up here teaching, but you have to still apply it. So that's still on you. Like, you did that. Because listen, there's a lot of people that watch full webinars for free. They don't do anything after. You know, they'll take all the notes, they'll get charged up, and then nothing comes of it. But you took the information and you applied it. You should be so proud of that, and I'm so proud of you. Like,
Thank you. I started off with
be back in this situation ever in the future because you took that time to build your credit. You took that time to fix what you know you did in the past, and now you know better. You know better, and you got hurt. So like, that's what's up. I'm so proud of you. That's amazing.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You have an amazing day or night. All right, Janice. Janice, are you ready? I just put the link back in the comments in the Facebook, in the Credit Academy Facebook. If you want to come up, go look at the pin or I don't know if it's pinned. They won't let me pin it, but you should see it. You should see the link. Hey, Janice, you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, how you doing?
I am good. How are you?
I'm great.
Good. I had one quick question.
Mm-hmm.
I have an account. It's a current account that I have. And it's Upstart. I don't know if you're familiar. And I did a payment deferment.
Mm-hmm.
And they are showing me as late for that month that I did the deferment. How would I dispute that?
Wait, can you start over? What you say?
Okay, I have like a loan with a company called Upstart. And in July, I did a payment deferment. And it's showing on my credit report as late, even though it was deferred.
And they agreed to the deferment?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Do you have their agreement in writing? Like,
I do. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then I would send that to the credit bureaus to let them know, hey, I was in deferment. But first, if the account is still open, have you contacted the original creditor to see if they'll update it?
They said I had to call the credit bureau.
Okay, so then I would first of all, I would ask them for, well, you said you already have proof, so you already have proof. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Send it to all 3 credit bureaus and request that they update the account.
Okay, so there's no letter. Is there? Just write it?
There's no template letter for that, but literally all you would have to do is say, this account is reporting inaccurately. I've attached proof of deferment. The account was in deferment and you reported a late payment. You know, just in 2 to 3 cents. You don't have to, it's not like literally straight to the point. Hey, this is this. I'm attaching this. I'm requesting that you update this account. Okay.
That's what I had. Thank you.
You're welcome. You have an amazing night.
You too.
Hey, Risa, you are next. Hey, Risa. Hey, Shay. Am I still up? Can y'all hear me? All right, so I'm gonna take the rest of the people that are in the what did you call it, chat maybe, or whoever's up right now. I'll get to everyone who's up, and then real quick before we leave, I'm just gonna go over just real quick how to properly dispute a charge off, regardless of the type or anything like that. I'll just go over how to properly dispute it and what are your options as it pertains to charge offs. But let me take these last 3. Shay, I'm gonna try. Ooh. All right, Shay, I'm gonna come back. If you hear me, I'm gonna come back in about a few minutes. Marquita, I'm on you.
Hey, Shonda.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, and yourself?
Great.
Just let me let you know I love you because I've come so far since following you.
For real? Where you start?
So before I even started this credit journey, I want to say back in 2018, it went back to the very beginning. I was in the 500s.
Okay. Started in the 500s.
So when I saw you in Dallas, I told you I was at 719.
Oh, you were at the brunch?
Yes, I was at the brunch.
Okay. Yeah, I remember you.
I was at 719.
Yes.
I'm at 720 now. Yes. So, okay, I'm the one that asked the question about Chase. About when I said about can I do a Goodwill letter?
It's a charge off?
I asked it in the yes.
Typically,
you said that you
yeah.
can. Okay.
Wait, Goodwill
So,
letter in terms of the payment history?
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
And
you're
I
the
know.
one who just asked it. Okay, I'm
Yes.
tracking. I'm like, wait, okay, I'm with
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to hurry up so you can get to the other
you. No,
people.
you good. I'm with
Okay. So my utilization is at 7%. I'm going to get that down.
you. Okay.
Because before it reported this month, I stayed at 1 to 3.
Mhm.
So I'm going to get it back down. I currently have a car loan. I
Mhm.
have 5 credit cards. And then I'm doing I think self-building
Okay. Credit bureau.
short-term loan. So I have a good mix
Right.
of credit. But I'm trying to do everything, dispute whatever I can. I'm before next year, because I do want to buy a house next year.
Okay. So we got time. Okay.
Yes. I haven't downloaded my FICO because I figured I might as well do it closer to
Yeah.
me purchasing a house. So I probably won't go into the actual start of purchasing a home until probably spring of next year.
Okay. So you got. Okay. So that's at least about a year, basically.
Yeah, so I'm not, I know not to apply for any new loans or any new credit.
Right.
So
You have time, but I mean, best results. Yeah, just don't apply.
I'm scared. I'm gonna just keep it keep it as is.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna also do the AZO method soon too. So how long should I start doing that, or just continuously do that?
So as long as whenever you do your application, as long as the last updated report shows zero balance, the credit card zeroed out except one, then you'll be credited for it. So if you do it now, you still have to do it at the time of the application.
Got you.
Yeah.
Another quick question. So my car loan is pretty new. I got it in March of this year.
Okay. So
Yeah, I had to because my car was stolen, so I had to get a car loan. So I've been putting all extra payments on my car loan to hurry up and try to pay that off.
Right.
Do you suggest me, instead of putting extra money on a car loan, to try to hurry up and pay down to 1 to 3%?
Your credit cards?
Yes.
Oh, for sure. Like that's gonna make a change in your credit score. Whether you pay more on your loan at once, you don't get credited for making an additional payment, but you will pay less interest. But if your goal is just your credit right now to purchase a home, then your credit cards are going to do more.
Okay. Do you have any other suggestions for me?
You don't know your mortgage scores, but
no, I did check it. Let me see. I took a the last time that I checked it was when Experian, I had it for free, and it was just Experience. I want to say, I know it was 6 something, but
and your score has increased since then, right?
Yes.
So, excuse me, I'm so sorry. They're able. So basically we can assume that your mortgage scores are at least a little bit higher than when you last put it.
Okay.
Like
back in June, it was 674.
Okay, that's great. Okay, that was your experience.
Yes,
you're gonna do the AZO method, so you'll get a few points for that. If you don't open any more new accounts, your credit report would have also aged to the next level as well.
Okay.
As long as all of let me see if you could do the math, because I'm not sure how many months away, but if your youngest account at the time of your mortgage application, if your youngest account is over 18 months, then you don't have any new accounts. Your mortgage score is not considering any of your accounts new, which will also give you a small boost in your mortgage scores as well. But I don't know how, but it might be because it's almost been. Yeah, so I don't know.
So my most recent account is almost 6 months old. So yeah.
What you need, like 12 months? Yeah. If my math. Yeah. So
yeah.
Are you applying at? You said spring.
Yes. I'm gonna say probably May of next year.
May. Okay.
May,
So,
June.
so at least all of your accounts would be at least a year old at that point. So that's also good as well. Did you have any short-term installments?
That's on anything under 36 months, right?
Yes.
That would be the self loan.
Okay, so whenever you get that below 10% of like remaining balance, you'll also get a few more points on your mortgage score for that as well.
Okay.
So even if you have to intentionally pay that account down, not now, because by the time you apply, it's going to be closed. Wait, how much longer do you have on that loan?
I want to say next year. Give me just a second. Because I had it finished this year, and then I had it on auto renew and didn't know it, so it started a new one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't. At the time of your application, you might still have that open. I'm not sure, but if you do, if the balance is below 10% of the remaining balance, like if it's still open, then that'll also give you a boost as well. So I would do that.
Okay.
But don't get a new one. Like take it off auto.
No, I did. I did.
And then let me see.
Oh, actually, it's kickoff. It's not self. It's kickoff.
Okay. Well, yeah, same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. So those two things, AZO, short-term installments, or any installment under 10% remaining, will give you a boost. No newly opened accounts for 12 to 18 plus months will also give you a boost. And yeah, that's pretty much because you don't have any late payments that you can fight right now. No new collections, right? No collections.
I have late payments on I want to say Victoria's Secret from like 4 or 5 years ago. I do have that account is closed, but I have an account with them now. So I am going to send them a Goodwill letter.
I was going to say, what company is it?
Victoria's Secret.
They're Community, right? No,
Community.
Community?
I think they're Community.
Community, iffy with it. Sometimes they'll do it and sometimes they won't. It's worth a try. The worst thing they could do is say no, but I will say contacting them. I've seen members have success contacting them on their business Facebook page, like literally within the messenger. I've seen them have success with that. So try that way as well.
Okay.
In headquarters, send a letter to their headquarters as well.
Okay. Do you suggest sending a letter out or sending emails?
Both, but I would do. I just think a lot of people say that they don't answer their email. So try email, but if not, do the other methods of communication.
I'll do all three.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Thank you, Shonda.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And congrats again. You're gonna be in your house by spring next year.
Yes. Yes.
Wait, I'm confused, y'all. Did some Risa, I talked to you, right? Or Risa? I don't know if they just pulled back up the same people because I swear I see the same names.
No, I got knocked out and then I came back in.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So charge up. We didn't already start, right?
No.
Okay. I'm like, I don't remember. Okay. So what's going on?
Okay. So I have a account with Capital One currently, but I also have an old account with them that's in collection still, and it's telling me that I have a current balance of $436
on the collection account. On
the collection account, they
charged it off and then sold it to a collection agency.
Yes.
Okay. What is the charge off doing right now?
It's from 2018. It's still on my account. I feel like it's bearing some points off of of course my utilization has to go down because my utilization is very high. But that account is still there and I have an account with them currently now, which is in good standing. So do I dispute that account or do I just leave it?
You said this with Capital One, right?
Capital One, yeah.
Oh, they known for you challenge one account, they shutting all of them. So you run that risk. How old is this collection?
It's from 2018.
Oh, so 5 years old. I mean, so it was charged off 5 years. How new is the collection though? Did they sell it 5 years ago as well, or?
Yeah, it's yeah. They're not like sending me anything for it. It's just sitting, like I can see it on my FICO app.
And okay, so the charge off is reporting a $0 balance because they sold it to. Is the charge off reporting a $0 balance?
No, well, from what I see, it says current balance is $436.
And this is the collection or the charge off?
That's the collection. That's the collection part of it. That's from what I see is the collection part. The it's no balance. It just I just say it says current balance is 436, but it's not reporting any, like, recent balances.
But okay, so the original account does reflect $0 balance, right?
Yeah.
Balance due. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Okay, so that's cool. The collection. Who is the collection agency? Do you know who they sell?
Portfolio.
Oh. You don't owe a lot, so it's like a part of me want to be like, you can't challenge it, but here's the risk. So you can't challenge it, right? But you either risk Capital One closing your active account as well. Even if you challenge an inquiry with Capital One, even if it's not on that particular account, they've been known to close all accounts that you have. The same as like collection. So you run that risk, but also is with Portfolio. And first of all, Portfolio owns the account now. Portfolio is a debt buyer, right? So Portfolio does pay the deletes.
Right.
So being that you only owe them 400 something, I would offer them 30% of it, 20% of it. And they can counter, of course, but I would start low, offer them some money in exchange for a pay to delete. Like they'll delete it. At least the thing is the charge off and the collection are two separate accounts, although they're for the same account. If you can get the collection leg of this account removed, then it'll also improve your credit standing. They'll delete it. So you can challenge it, but at the end of the day, you probably if you can afford to settle that account, I would
pay to delete. Okay. And so community closed. I had a Victoria's Secret account that I had since maybe I want to say 2012. So they closed it currently. Well, it's closed. I'm still making payments because I do have a balance.
Why did they close it? Due to late payments or what?
I don't know. Because I got an email saying that they closed the account, and then when I called them, I was asking is my account closed? And she was like, yeah. And then she said that committee could just close the account. I guess they do an evaluation of people's accounts, and then they just close it if they feel like they want to close it. So they just close the account.
Yeah, they
right. So of course I'm still gonna pay on it. So what should I do after it's paid off?
And it's not charged off.
I've had it for a long time.
You're Risa?
Yeah, I'm here.
You hear me? Okay, so they didn't charge it off. It's just closed, right?
Yeah, they just closed my account. It's not a charge off or anything. It's just the account is closed. I can't use the account anymore.
Okay, so do you have any late payments on that account?
No, I have no late payments on the account.
Okay, so that account is I wouldn't do anything with that account. I would just leave it within your closed accounts. Finish paying it, of course. It's not charged off. It's just a closed account. You only have positive payment history associated with that account, so I would leave it. I wouldn't even bother it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that one I wouldn't touch. Just according to your agreement, you don't charge it off.
Okay. And I have one more thing. So I recently just co-signed a car for someone. There are 16 inquiries, of course, because you know that when you go to the dealership, they run your name, your social, through different ones or whatever, which the he's going to go to money for one, and all of a sudden all these different inquiries pop up on my thing. So do I try to get them deleted? The car is fairly new. We just got the car in July. So do I just let the inquiry stay there? How do I? Because before those, I only had one inquiry. That was it. I wasn't running my credit frequently. I was just letting whatever accounts I had build my credit. But yeah, now I have 16.
16. And were they all happen in one day?
They all happen in one day.
Okay, so you're not being individually dinged for each of those inquiries. You're only going to be dinged for the weight of one as long as they happen within a 14-day time span. However, I know
Okay.
you're seeing, you probably just don't like seeing all of those inquiries. So you can challenge the other inquiries. It's not gonna make, don't expect a big change, if any at all, change in your credit
Right.
report, but you can challenge them. Don't challenge the card, the one that approved you though, of course.
Yeah,
And
and
also,
my car, the car that I got is with Santander, and I hate that bank. Horrible,
I
horrible.
cannot
They're the ones
stand
that approve me, but the loan is through. But okay.
Are you gonna refinance? Did they give you a good
Okay.
interest rate or a fair one?
No, they did not, and I actually want to refinance. I'm gonna try to refinance with Navy Federal.
Try Capital One auto financing too, because they be beating Navy Federal offers sometimes, a lot of times.
Okay.
And it's a soft.
Okay.
I believe it's a soft inquiry unless you accept it. I believe it was last year.
Okay.
You might want to check into that. But yeah, try them as well.
Okay. Do you have any suggestions on how I can, because I actually want to get a house.
When?
I want to say sometime next year, beginning of next year.
Do you know your mortgage scores? Do you know like where you are?
My mortgage scores, I have a 621, I have a 581, and a 597.
Okay. The collection, getting that deleted should definitely help. Like doing with portfolio. And
I know my utilization definitely has to go down, so that's not a question.
you have credit cards, right?
Yes, I do. I have Credit One, I have Capital One, I have Navy Federal. Yeah.
Okay, and what's your utilization?
High. All of my cards are maxed out, but I only had like a $300 limit on all of them. But I am paying them down, and I'm trying not to use them unless it's like really, 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 really an emergency, like a bad emergency. So I am paying them down. I have stopped carrying them with me just so I don't have to use them. But yeah.
So of course, getting your utilization down is going to increase your mortgage scores. But that's actually weighing really heavy on your mortgage score. Yeah, paying that utilization down and getting that collection deleted. You should definitely be able to qualify.
Okay.
If you do both of those, between 1% and 3% though, especially if you're maxed out. That's a lot of points you're missing. A lot, over 100.
Yeah, I'm
maxed out for sure, over 100. So that's really like doing that, and then like I said, portfolio will remove it. So I will go ahead and get them out the way, and so that they'll have time to delete it and continue building, lower your utilization for sure. That's what I would suggest for sure.
Okay, because I have self and I have kickoff as well, which I pay every month. So
don't pay them off early.
Continue
to pay. Yeah, don't pay those off.
I don't.
Okay. That's, and then by that time your accounts would have aged as well, so you can expect to get a few points because of that as well. But the most thing is going to be that collection in those late payments. That's what's the heaviest.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Shonda.
You're welcome, and you have an amazing evening. All righty. So there's one more person, James. And then I'm gonna go over what to do if you have a charge off and all of that. So let me get to James. James, can you hear me?
Yes. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. So when we talked last week,
you looked familiar.
Yeah, I was looking at. So I know we talked about settling that collection charge off because they deleted it. I wanted to know, how should I communicate with them to, I guess, settle? Should I call them or should I send a letter?
So you can do both, but you can call just as long as they send you proof that you paid it. They can do that via email.
Okay. And so since it was deleted, I don't have to worry about anything because it's on it's updated on my credit now as a zero balance, but it's the payment status is collection charge off.
Wait, you said it was deleted, right?
Yeah, but when I'm looking at my Credit Academy negative accounts, I see that I was deleted. It says it was deleted, but
when was it deleted?
It literally just got deleted like last round. So like maybe like a week and a half ago.
Oh, so it hasn't updated yet, is what you're saying?
Yes, but it like so when I click negative when I go into my credit items on Credit Academy and click negative, I still can see it, and it says balance is 0, and then the payment status says collection charge off.
Yeah, so until your credit report refreshes, you're going to see that there.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was like months or something ago, but you said like just last week, so it hasn't even updated yet.
Okay.
So
yeah. I'll just give them a call then.
Yeah, but make sure you get it in writing. That's the most important part.
Like have them email me before I hang up the phone.
I be on them like that, but I mean, sometimes they'll allow you to pay online, so it just make sure you have proof of it, like that you paid it. That's the most important part. Just have proof that you paid it.
Okay, and then it shouldn't come back on my credit as like a.
If the account was removed and you settle it or pay it, then the collection is no longer in collection status because there's nothing collectible on it. It's paid, so they wouldn't be able to sell it to another company and re-report like it's paid, it's settled.
Okay, and then I have a Target card,
credit card.
Yeah, credit card. That's reporting as collection charge off with a past due balance.
The charge off is reporting a past due balance, or
the charge off is. It said so. I'm looking. It says collection / charge off, and then it says remarks are charged off as bad debt canceled by credit grantor.
Right. So a charge off can have a past due balance, but a collection can't. But I'm assuming this is the charge off account because does it still say the creditor is
Target? Yeah.
So that's the original account. Has it been sold to a collection agency?
It has not. I don't see it in I don't see it.
When did it get charged off?
It got charged off. The close date was 7/1 of 2022, and it last reported on 7/28 of 2022.
Okay, so and you still owe a balance, right?
Yes.
It was a credit card. So are you going to? Do you know what you want to do with that account? Are you able to settle it?
I mean, I probably could, but I feel like there's some stuff that's actually like in collections that I feel like I should pay first.
No. You're not going to get points for paying a collection unless they delete it, but you will get a few points for settling. You don't got to pay the full amount for the charge off. You can settle it, and as long as it reports that $0 balance and show as paid. What speaking of collections, what collections do you? I mean, how many collections do you have?
Right now, I have 2 for LVN funding. One's a credit one, and the other one is my Best Buy.
So that means you got a few more charge offs, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm like those are debt buyers. So what's going on with the other charge off accounts?
I guess I'm in round 3 of disputing.
So you're disputing those. Do you still owe a balance on both?
Yes.
What's your current utilization?
How would I be able to tell that exactly?
You can look at like Credit Karma, any credit monitoring app. Credit Karma is free. So I
think it was right. Last time I checked, it was like at a 63% then. Okay,
so of course that's like over 90 points that you're missing out on just for utilization.
I saved my big credit cards, like the ones that had I had a bigger balance, and I have been trying to pay. So this the last 2 months, I've been paying them off completely.
So before you pay any collections, pay your utilization down.
Okay.
Collections have already done all the damage that they'll ever do to your credit report. The second that a collection hits, it's done all the damage that it can do. You going back and paying it after it hit doesn't help you at that point. So what will help you in the immediate sense is for sure your utilization. Do not pay that utilization down. That should be priority especially over paying collections for sure. And then you can, I know you said you're challenging the collections, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So continue working on challenging those. You're only in round 3, so you're still fairly early. After round 4, make sure you change to the advanced dispute method. Yeah, so still dispute those, but pay your utilization. Don't pay if you pay in collections and then still challenging them, they're going to just continue to get validated anyway, because payment is seen in terms of the FCRA as validation of the debt. So don't pay those. Pay your utilization down.
Okay, because I had my notes from last week, so I'm adding. Okay, yes. That makes sense.
Yes, for sure, do that.
Okay, and then my other question is, I know I didn't hear you mention having like a short-term payment option,
like a short-term installment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Do I need that? Because I have credit cards, I have a car note, and I have my student loans, but I don't think I have like a short-term loan with my bank.
So that's a short-term installment.
Okay.
That's a short-term installment. If you can, try not to pay that off early, because you want those payments to build up.
Okay, because I just
especially because you have charge-offs and stuff. So the best thing you can do is all of your active accounts. Try not to get any late payments, like at all. And also, you need as many on-time payments as possible, because you need about 11 on-time payments to undo the negative impacts that one late payment did. So with a charge-off, it's at least 4 late payments per each charge-off. So do not pay the short-term installment off early if you can help it.
Okay, I still have a while. I still have a couple more payments. I actually have like 14 more payments left.
Okay, so that's good. That's good. Don't pay that off early. Don't try to pay more towards those loans. Utilization should be priority in terms of any extra additional funds that you want to lend out towards your credit utilization.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And I'm sending my I guess like the late payment. I sent the Goodwill letter to see if I can get rid of some of those.
To who? What account?
Capital One. So I didn't
email,
yeah. To this.
Okay, good. Have they responded?
They haven't responded.
How long ago? I mean, how recent? 2
days ago.
Oh, okay. So I'm forgetting.
I got some time before I hear back from them.
Yes. So the only thing you can do, of course, is wait for them to respond. Even if they say no, send it again.
Okay. And just keep sending the same email?
Yep.
Okay.
Same email. Mm-hmm.
All right.
And that's pretty much it. Utilization, though, for sure.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, James. And you have an amazing evening. You have an amazing evening. All right. And then, so let me pull up. I'm trying to figure out why my presentation hasn't come up yet. Give me a second, y'all. Let me pull up the we're gonna go over charge-offs really quick. And it's super cool. What am I doing? Hold on. Where is it at? Yeah, my family is having a fish fry right now. I cannot wait to eat some fish. Who has charge-offs? A two in the chat. A 2 in the chat. Hold on, y'all. The thing is loading. All right. Dang. Do I gotta download this? Okay, yeah. Hold on. It's making me download my freaking PowerPoint. I thought I would be able to just play it. So while that's loading, 2. So a lot of y'all. All right, hold on. Why is my computer so slow now? My computer used to be so much faster. I really just don't understand. Okay. Is it downloaded? All right. Now, is that all I need to do? StreamYard. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Yeah, they gonna make me upload the freaking slides. Hold on. 5 more minutes, if that. Oh, by the way, if you're in Credit Academy, and you're disputing charge-offs, make sure you download the charge-off kit that is uploaded in the group files. It's also uploaded in the Credit Academy portal. It's the new one. It's not the old kit that we had in Road to 750. It's a brand new kit. Make sure y'all download the charge-off kit. Okay, is it loaded? Can y'all see that? Let me know if y'all can see that. Oh, hold on. Let me take off the banner because it's not showing the full screen. By the way, I'm on YouTube if y'all want to see my screen. So y'all can go over to YouTube, Shonda Martin, and y'all will be able to see the screen, unless y'all just gonna listen. All right, so for number one, let's just go over the differences, because I've seen a lot of people ask in the comments, what is the difference between a charge-off and a collection? So a collection account is with a third-party entity, and they are collecting on the account. They were sold or assigned the account by the original creditor, which is whoever you had the contract in place with, whoever you were paying, whatever, whoever, that is who owns the account, the original creditor of the account. Only an original creditor can charge off an account. So if you have a credit card with Capital One, it goes into a default status, you do not pay it, they'll charge off the account typically. It usually takes an account at least 6 months, at least 180 days to be charged off. Sometimes a company can do it sooner, but the average time for the average amount of time before an account is charged off is about 6 months. A collection is not the original creditor most of the times, unless they have an internal collection agency. But just to not confuse you guys, a collection is with a third-party entity or a debt buyer, which is still a third-party entity. They were either sold or assigned the account, and they are not considered the original creditor of the account. So when you are challenging them and forcing them to validate the account, your collection account, they're less likely to be able to, because it's not originally their account. They usually don't have all of the records for the account. Therefore, most of the time they can't even validate the account. Even if it is your account, that doesn't mean the collection agency is able to validate it. Whereas a charge-off, because a charge-off is still with the original creditor, they're more likely to be able to correct any misinformation that's reporting on your credit report, even after you challenge it, prove the late payments that you may or may not be challenging on that account. They're usually able to prove it because they have records. So that's pretty much the main difference. Also, another thing, a charge-off is considered a key derogatory. A collection is considered a derogatory. So both are bad, but a charge-off is considered worse. It's one of the worst items that you can have on your credit report outside of like a bankruptcy, and things of that nature. Also, another thing with charge-offs, they will include a payment history. So whatever your payment history was, but prior to the account being charged off, you'll still see that. As long as it happened within the last 7 years, you'll still see that on your credit report. So if you were late, you're going to see that. All charge-offs are going to have late payments attached, because it takes an account to be late or in derogatory status before an account was charged off. So by default, a charged off account is going to come with late payments. You can determine if you have a credit card charge off or like an installment charge off, which is a loan. If you have a credit card charge off and you still owe a balance on that charge off, understand that balance is still being calculated within your utilization. Meaning you had a $300 credit card, you owe $350 on that account. Not only do you have a maxed out credit card on your credit report, but you also that's also being calculated in your aggregate utilization. So amongst your other credit cards as well. So keep that in mind. That's why it is sometimes best to settle a charge off. A charge offs can also sprout into collection. So it's like a double whammy. You'll have the charged off account. They end up selling it to a collection agency, and then you'll have the collection account, both of which are still on your credit report. The charged off account will report a $0 balance, but it is still affecting you negatively because it's a charge off. It's still a charge off. Regardless, it's still a charge off, even if they sell it to a collection agency. The only thing that they can't do is report a balance owed if they sold it to a collection agency, but they're still able to report the charge off account. You'll still have the late payments that is associated with the charge off account until the charge off account is deleted, or naturally falls off. What else? That's pretty much the main differences between collections and charge offs. Now, when it comes to disputing charge offs, there are obviously multiple ways to dispute anything on your credit report. There's multiple ways to skin and bear. Now, how I personally like to do charge-offs, there's two ways. Number one, you want to make sure that it's reporting consistently across all three credit bureaus. You can either get an online credit monitoring site that has all three, like a tri-report, all three of the accounts side by side. So you're able to just look line by line to see if they're consistent, like Smart Credit. Or you can literally go and get all three of your credit reports for free at annualcreditreport.com. You can download all three of them and then just literally just like sit there and compare on each credit report the balance that's being reported on each account. Let me pull up the charge-off kit. The balance that's being reported on each account, the dates, the payment history, compare everything. If something is inconsistent, if something is off, you can challenge that. You can challenge it with the credit bureaus. You could challenge them for inaccurately reporting that account Where is the charge off kit? And then another way to challenge a charge off is to just start off with an investigation request. That's just you sending a round one letter or an investigation request to the credit bureaus, asking them to validate the account, verify that all the information on the account is accurate. When you send a round one letter, you are not really expecting a deletion. Like that's, if you send in a true round one letter, a true reinvestigation request, you're not even asking for a deletion in round one. You literally are just saying, hey, look at my credit report, something seems off, investigate this for me, right? So you don't want to give them a specific reason off bat sometimes as to why the account needs to be removed, because you just want to ask them to investigate the account. Once the credit bureaus investigate the account, they're typically going to come back and say, hey, this account was verified. All the information is accurate. Then at that point, you can either follow up to request a reinvestigation, because you are entitled to a second investigation if you do not agree with the round one investigation. You're entitled to that as per your FCRA rights, FDCPA rights as well. You're entitled to that. But then after that, it's typically best to go to factual disputing, because like I said, a lot of times with charge-offs, the account is going to fly past the first two rounds. Like if they just going to keep verifying it, they're going to keep validating the account, even if they didn't do a full investigation. They that's just how they are. It just is what it is. Now, what you can do is rounds 3, or even you can start at round 4. You start to factually dispute the account, or you can either choose to like settle the account or whatever. But if you know you don't want to settle it and you just want to challenge the account, or if you want to do both, you can settle it and then try to challenge it for removal. You'll have a greater chance at that point. Then you go straight to factual disputing, and like I said, that's when you're comparing if they're consistent and all of that. I'm going to give you guys a list of things to look at for each account. If my computer loads, I'm gonna give you guys a factual disputing list, right? Just keep this just as quick reference for collections and charge-offs. This is just a quick reference. Where is it? Okay, hold on. So these are the things that you need to make sure or ensure. Can y'all see that? No, y'all just looking at me. Hold on. Okay, wait, is this it? Yes. Can y'all see that? Let me make it bigger. So just screenshot this. This is the list of things that you look for on each account for collections and charge-offs. If any of those things are wrong or inconsistent, then you specifically challenge that reason. Where's can I scroll? Hold on, yeah, I gotta pull it back up. You challenge that reason. Here is a template for factual disputing. So pretty much if one of those, the list that I just showed you, if one of those issues apply, plug it into this letter. Plug it into this letter. This letter is already worded for you. You don't have to do anything extra except fill out your information, your name, the collection agency, etc., and plug in the reason why you are factually challenging this. This is essentially like a first round of factual disputing. Let me not say first round because I don't want you guys to get confused that this is like the initial dispute request. Let me not say first round. I don't want to confuse anyone. This is the first time you're going to bring this factual reason to the credit bureau's attention, right? So what that means is the first time you bring it to their attention, they can either fix the issue or they can just verify the account or validate the account. If you have waited, if you've already challenged this account more than 2 or 3 times, the chances of them just automatically validating the account or refusing your dispute is high. Like the further what am I trying to say? The more you challenge an account, right, the more likely the credit bureaus are likely going to consider your disputes as Uranus. Like they're just like, okay, they're just sending disputes, so they're likely to ignore it. Number 2, if they do ignore it, not in terms of not responding to you, because that's not regulated. We if they don't respond right now, you really ain't got nothing that's helping you to push that issue, because they're not regulating that since COVID. So that's just like a low-level dispute. Don't even waste your time. What you want them to do when I say ignore is either refuse to investigate your account. They send you that stall letter that's like you haven't, in so many words, they say you haven't brought forth new issues or a new dispute reason, right? And in that case, that would be inaccurate because you have challenged this account. However, you've never challenged it with this particular dispute reason, meaning that this is new information that you're presenting to them. And if they refuse to investigate it, then you have proof that they've wronged you, and also that now they're in violation of your consumer rights. Then you can go to the CFPB. So when it comes to charge-offs, you're going to have a greater chance of getting it removed if they ignore you and you've already challenged it, shown, and you keep all your records. You have to be so meticulous with charge-offs, because the best chance you're going to have to remove the charge-off is if the credit bureau is messed up on their end, infringe upon your consumer rights, and you're able to file an official dispute with the CFPB. Before y'all like say, oh, well, I went to the CFPB, they did nothing. 90% of CFPB disputes was never meant, they should have never even went to, y'all should have never even went to them. Because you have to, number one, do certain things prior to filing complaints. And if they see that you're just filing a complaint because, oh, the credit bureaus didn't respond, or I want this deleted, and they're not deleting it, they're not going to side with you. That's not what they're for. If you do it properly and make sure that you have all your records, you show that you went to the credit bureaus, you pointed out an issue, they refuse to update it or refuse to investigate, and you have proof, then now the CFPB is more likely to be on your side. So don't just think the CFPB doesn't help. They do help for the most part if you make sure that you have because you got to prove everything you say to them. I don't care if you say my name is Vanessa, make sure your ID is present. Like, you have to prove every single thing you say. So there's no room for questioning. There's no gray areas. Everything you claim, you got to show proof. So like I said, start with this letter, right? And then, dang, I can't even tell if is it moving it? Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Let me do a split screen because I got to look at this at the same time. Is that blurry to y'all, or is it just me? Because sometimes it'll just get blurry on my end, so I can't tell if it's blurry on y'all. Let me just try it again. On YouTube. And let me make this bigger. How do you it's a way to make it bigger, but I don't know how to do it. So can y'all see that? Can y'all read it? Is it let me see if I can make it a little bigger. It's not gonna show the full letter, so I gotta make it back smaller, y'all. Maybe if I do, did it get bigger or no? Okay, it got bigger, right? Got bigger to me. Hopefully it got bigger to y'all. It did. It's blurry. It's still blurry right now. Control plus. No, I zoomed in. It don't show blurry to me no more. It's still blurry. Dang. I see yeses and nos. Which one? Is it blurry or no? It's good, not blurry. Okay. All right. Where was we at? Okay, so the charge-off kit. I gotta make this back small. I can't even read it. It's too big. Hold on. So the charge-off kit includes multiple. It's good. Okay. Y'all still confusing me because y'all saying yes or no. I'm just gonna go. The charge-off kit has multiple letters, right? So the reason why the charge-off kit is reserved for at least after you've asked for just an initial request is because there are specific factual reasons why you can challenge, or how you can challenge your charge-off. So for example, if which one was we just on though? Because I know I was in the middle of something. I don't want to start there. I just thought about it. I was in the middle of telling y'all something, and I was going to start a whole new set of instructions. What was we talking about? I didn't forget just that fast. I know we talking about charge-offs, but what letter was I on? I want to complete that thought first. Which one was I on? I showed y'all the factual dispute list, right? Yes. And then I showed y'all the factual dispute template. And then I feel like I was in the middle of something. Like I feel like I didn't complete it. And that's going to bother me. So, You're not gonna get a pay to delete on a charge off. You were on factual dispute. Okay, so I showed y'all the factual dispute list already, as well as that template. You plug and play. Now let's just say, so look, I'm just gonna go through the whole charge off kit real quick. It's just a few letters, just a few letters. You can literally start your entire, like, so if you want to just start with the charge off kit, this kit you can literally just start from the top. And it doesn't even matter which round you're on. This kit challenges the Metro 2 reporting of the charge off, which is going to give you a greater chance at getting that charge off deleted, because you're not really going to win off validation on a charge off. Most of the times you're not, because the original creditor is typically able to prove everything. When you start to challenge the reporting of it, then it's less to do with what they can prove, but more to do with the credit bureaus. Number one, making sure that everything is accurate. And then number two, making sure that the original creditor is passing the accurate information on to the credit bureaus, all three of them. So you can start from round one, even if you already sent the portal letters, Credit Academy members. If y'all already started on just the initial disputes with the portal, you still can start from this in the charge-off kit. You still can start from round one. I just named it round one because it doesn't, like, it was easier to follow that way, but this doesn't technically have to be your first round. Do y'all get what I'm saying? The kit is free for Credit Academy members. It's in a Facebook group, and it's also in the Credit Academy portal. Need the list again? Oh, I exited out of that. The list is in a collection kit that's in a group. Let me just show it one more time. Hold on. No, the collection kit is new. All of the letters in Credit Academy, they're not any letters that we've used prior, like even in Road to 750. All of them are new. What? Okay. Stop sharing. This is so confusing. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to show the list again, okay? Because now, okay. Look, when I got to click too many buttons, that's where y'all lose me. Okay, here we go. Right here. Here's the list again. Hopefully it's not blurry. Road to 750.net. Metro 2, yes. That's just how the rules around how an account should report on your credit report. It's all about reporting. Metro 2, when anyone mentions Metro 2, they're talking about the reporting of the account, not the validation of the account, not proving that the account is yours. None of that. It's the reporting of the account, how it's reported, what's entered in each field on your credit report. No, me personally, I like to use FCRA and FDCPA for collections for the most part. I like to use Metro 2 for charge-offs. Me personally. It's blurry? I don't know. I really don't know why it's blurry, because it's not blurry to me. So I don't even know like what to even do. I don't know what would make it is it your phone? Because it literally is showing very clear to me. It's showing so clear. I don't know what to do. It might be your phone, because some people are saying it's clear. Okay, so look, this is the list, and then here's the template. You plug and play. The bottom just says, thank you for your time. So, yeah. Yeah, change the quality. Change the quality settings on your phone. Okay. And then, okay, good. Okay, that's cool. All right, so this is the template. Let me show the list again for the ones that it was blurry on. The important thing, though, is what I wanted to show you guys is make sure. Dang, why don't it just switch? Hold on, because I got to stop this from sharing and then redo it every time I want to change the document. Okay, right here. Make sure y'all get the charge-off kit. Credit Academy members, go download that, because that is going to be your greatest chance at getting it removed. It's in it's in the group files, and it's also in your portal. Let me make it smaller. I'm pushing control minus. Why is it not working? That's good enough, chat. Let me see. Yeah. Wait, let me see. Road to 750.net is a timeshare going to keep me from getting a home? Not necessarily. It depends on what's going on with the timeshare. Just having a timeshare is not going to. It shouldn't. But what's going on with the timeshare?
Okay, I found this on the web for he shouldn't, but what's going on with the timeshare? Check it out.
Did not say anything about SI or I. Can you settle auto charge? You can settle any charge off. Well, the company has to be willing to accept the settlement, but mostly they are willing to accept settlements. You just have to understand that settlement doesn't mean deletion. Yeah, so you could settle a charge off at any time if you want. And by the way, you can settle a charge off and still challenge it in terms of how it's reporting. Yeah, I don't know what, I ain't say nothing close to his name. Yes, all of this is in Credit Academy. Yep. Now, for the official charge off webinar for Credit Academy members, you guys will get a link to that this week. So it's right now being edited. So this was just a live, briefly going over it, but the detailed webinar is coming. Is coming. This was just like a brief overview. I just wanted to come live with you guys, and you guys picked charge offs for this week's topic, even though I was starting not to do it because I'm like, dang, the webinar coming. But regardless, it doesn't matter. But the webinar is coming. Y'all just happen to pick the same topic, which I guess that's better. And then we'll do live consult. We'll do live consults. I'm gonna try to do them tomorrow morning at like 10 a.m. 11 a.m. Central. I forgot y'all on Eastern. So you'll be able to come up, ask me, and it doesn't have to be specifically about charge-offs. It could be about anything credit, anything about your personal credit report, your credit card, whatever, anything. And that'll happen tomorrow morning. So when you are challenging the Metro 2 compliancy of a charge-off, you are pushing for deletion. So Michael, you said how to push for deletion. That is considered a push for deletion. Can you dispute a hard inquiry? You can. Yeah. You can send an inquiry letter. I don't waste my time disputing inquiries, but you can dispute them. Let me see. Okay. So if it's an auto charge off, how can one push for deletion? You challenge. So it doesn't matter what, like, who, regardless of what, like this is for charge offs in general. Yeah, charge offs in general. So it doesn't matter like what company or anything. You can challenge this for any charge off. Does hard inquiries impact the credit score a lot? No, they don't. They don't. Yeah, the webinar is being edited. See, I want to say a date that I hopefully is done by, but it will definitely happen within the next few days because hopefully it's done tomorrow. But let's just say the next few days. We're crossing our fingers that the editor finished. But he had over 4 hours of footage. No. Letters 1 through 5 is not the same. You shouldn't be sending the same letter. No. Who is that? Portia. No. You can't keep sending the same letter because all they're gonna do is mark you frivolous, meaning they're just gonna ignore you. Do you agree with buying trade lines? 90% of the time, no, I don't. You still got to build your own credit regardless, though. Let me see. Okay, so I think that concludes today's live. And I'll be back live tomorrow. So it's not, if you do have more questions in regards to charge-offs, come back tomorrow. Also, make sure you are downloading that charge-off kit, Credit Academy members. Make sure you are getting the charge-off kit. Look at the charge-off kit, and then you can so if you already have something to dispute, you have to wait until that investigation is closed before you send the next round, before you send the charge-off dispute kit letters. Any advice with student loans in terms of what? Do you have late payments? What's up with your student loans? If you respond to the original creditor's response 6 months later, is it still relevant, or do you have to start over? I will start over. 11 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Central. Yeah, so that's when I'll be back. So I will see you guys tomorrow. No, it's free for Credit Academy members. Don't go buy it off the site if you're in Credit Academy. It's free. Yeah. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm about to go eat dinner. I'm tired as hell. And I'll talk to y'all in the morning. We will be doing just the live consult, so you can come up and ask any question. Make sure you are following me on all platforms, because I may pick another platform to go live on. Not sure, but definitely for Credit Academy. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Good night.